Hello, welcome to UGC-NET exam tips. Those who don't subscribe my channel, please do subscribe, like and share. This is not useful for only UGC-NET but also useful for B.Ed exams and etc. Today we are going to discuss about the part 1 of methods of teaching in institutions of higher learning, teacher-centered vs learner-centered methods, offline vs online methods, etc. First of all, we are going to discuss about the methods of teaching. Teaching is both art and science. It requires a mastermind creativity that the students of different nature and community should be carefully managed by a teacher. That's why it's called a art, and on the other hand it calls for exercise of talent and creativity, and it includes many techniques, procedures and skills which can be studied systematically, described and improved, making it science. A teaching method mainly comprises of the principles and methods used for instructions. Commonly used teaching methods are class participation, demonstration, recitation, memorization, or combinations of these. The choice of teaching method or methods to be used depend largely on the information or skill that is being taught, and it may also be influenced by the aptitude and enthusiasm of the students. We already discussed that teaching comprises of the principles and methods used for instruction. Here are some methods of instruction. They are explaining, demonstrating, collaborating, and learning by teaching. First of all, what is meant by explaining? Explaining or lecturing is the process of teaching by giving spoken explanations of the subject that is to be learned. Lecturing is often accompanied by visual aids to help students visualize an object or problem. And the second one is demonstrating. Demonstrating is the process of teaching through examples or experiments. For example, a science teacher may teach an idea by performing an experiment for students. A demonstration may be used to prove a fact through a combination of visual evidence and associated reasoning. While we comparing the methods of explaining and demonstrating, demonstrating helps to raise student interest and reinforce memory retention because they provide connections between facts and real world application of those facts. Lectures, on the other hand, are often geared more towards factual presentation than connective learning. While comparing these two, we can understand that both lecturing and explaining are important in the methods of teaching. And the third one is collaborating. Collaboration allows students to actively participate in the learning process by talking with each other and listening to other point of view. Collaboration establishes a personal connection between students and the topic of a study, and it helps students think in a less personally biased way. Group projects and discussion are examples of this teaching method. Teachers may employ collaboration to assess students' ability to work as a team, leadership skills, or presentation abilities. And the last and final method of instruction is learning by teaching. In this teaching method, students assume the role of teacher and teach their peers. Students who teach others as a group or as individuals must study and understand a topic well enough to teach it to their peers. By having students participate in the teaching process, they gain self-confidence and strengthen their speaking and communication skills. This is not a common practice in India but is commonly followed in Western institutions. How these are the four methods of instruction. We know that teaching is done in sequential steps. These steps are called the phases. There are mainly three phases: pre-active, interactive and post-active phase. In pre-active phase, it is the planning phase. It is the first phase, base phase. And second one is interactive phase. It concerns with the implementation and carrying out what has been planned. Therefore, it is the stage of actual teaching. And the third and last one is post-active phase. This phase concerns with the evaluation activities which serves as feedback for improvement. Hope you all understand these three phases of teaching, and these are the important three steps of teaching. Already said about the three phases of teaching, and these three phases can be carried out through 5 steps, and this is called the 5 steps involved in the method of teaching. They are preparation, presentation, comparison, generalization and application. First of all, preparation. The preparation stage is intended for the preparation of both the teacher and the student. The teacher must know the level of learning of the children. However, the introduction must necessarily be brief, and it must create interest in the students and stimulate their curiosity. And the second one is presentation. This is the stage where the actual lesson begins. The teacher has to state the aim of teaching the present class. The students can know what they are going to learn about. The aim helps the children for their readiness. The presentation stage must consist of a great deal of mental activity on the part of the student. And the third one is comparison. This is the third step of learning. The student is giving opportunity to compare two sets of facts. Hence, the student observe and compare what was given to them with the result obtained after going through a certain process. And the fourth one is generalization. By observation and comparison, various types of conclusion can be drawn. These are systemized in a particular order to give a generalized truth. The most important thing in this step is that students should understand the law or principle that have discovered. And the last one is application. Application is the step in which generalized truth or knowledge obtained in a lesson is applied to life situation. This makes teaching or learning meaningful, real and permanent. The teacher or student may be tested orally or may be given some practical work to do or some constructive and creative exercise in which their originality is needed. Hope you all understand this session. So please subscribe, share and like my channel. Thank you.